What up, my neighbors? I is Sunny Vega. You're welcome. I look good. I smell good. I even taste diced pineapples good. That's what she said. Well, if you don't know, if your girl eats pineapples, she'll taste better. Why am I even talking about this right now? What's it for men? It's celery? I've been kind of freelanced in the porn business. I know celery would make a man's semen look. I'm not going any further with this. If your girl eats pineapples, though, she'll taste better, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, well, you're a fucking idiot. Let's get to some of the headlines for today. But first, in regards to what happened last night, 2-0-1. 2-0-1. I was lucky to push, actually, on that GSW Houston Rockets game going over 225. I was fortunate to push. I caught the last 60 seconds of the game, to be honest with you. I reached out to Football Observer and Jazz. Thank you, guys. That let me know that I was fortunate to catch a push on the over. It should have stayed under, apparently. So I pushed there. I grabbed the GSW Houston Rockets game under 115 for the first half. That was a winner. And yeah, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, they got it done for me at plus 135. I'm going to get into that game a little later. But first, some of the headlines for tonight. Robinson Cano, he got pinched. 80-game suspension. For PEDs, I don't know. Illegal substance, who knows? $240 million, 10 years. That's Jay-Z's boy. Jay-Z's his agent. I guess he's got 99 problems, and his piss test is one of them. 80 games is a lot as we proceed here. In other news, the legalization of sports betting in the United States of America. It's a huge deal. It's a big deal. And how is this going to affect the city of Las Vegas? Well, it's not. It's not going to affect the city at all. They might feel a bit of a fucking pinch, but nothing that they can't recuperate. You know what they're going to do? I mean, that $15 pina colada is now going to be $22. And they're still waiting for a fucking tip. This is a good thing, though. Competition is good for us, the consumer. We have more options. We have more places to bet, more places to choose from. Right? And maybe Las Vegas, maybe it's a bit of a wake-up call for them to try to treat us a little better. I mean, they kind of already, it was like they knew this was coming when they started charging for valet and parking. That's been in effect for about a year. It was unheard of. You're going to charge me now for parking and valet? Now my $10, $20 tip to leave it up top is not good enough? I got to pay on top of that? I don't think so. One Andrew Jackson isn't enough anymore? Give me a fucking break, Las Vegas. Get it together. Roll out the red carpet like you used to. That's what it was about. But Las Vegas, let's not get it twisted. It ain't going anywhere. Right? If you want atmosphere, sunshine, food, I mean, the best chefs in the world have opened numerous restaurants in Las Vegas. Why? It's the Mecca, not just for gambling, for everything else. Right? You can do anything you want in Las Vegas. You want to fucking smash a rail off a stripper's ass at 7 o'clock in the morning in public? No problem, go ahead. You want to shoot some guns? No problem. You want to lose your house, a mortgage payment? Go ahead. You want to fuck an elephant? Yeah, you can do that too. You just can't cross the street in Las Vegas. Yeah, try and cross the street fucking from the Bellagio to Bally's. Good luck with that one. You'll get arrested on the spot. You can drink and walk, but now in a plastic glass, because that rule, they changed that last year, right? You can't use a glass outside. Now it's got to be in plastic. Oh, whippy fucking do. Las Vegas isn't going anywhere. And yeah, the US of A is behind the 8 ball on this one. I found out that I always knew, but then I got reminded with the new breaking news yesterday that sports betting is legal in 150 countries in the world. Wow. Can you imagine that? And it's not legal in the United States of America? Yeah, I can buy an AK-47 no problem in the United States of America, but I can't place a fucking $5 bet, or I can't even play poker in my own house for money. Come on. But I got a problem with this number, 150 countries. First of all, I think that number is inflated. First of all, there isn't 150 countries. So whoever is writing this shit, I don't even know what your name is wrong. There's not 150 countries in the world, first of all. No, okay, I'll name them for you. I'll name the countries. There's Canada. There's the United States, that's a country. Mexico, Mexico's a country. That's 3. Las Vegas, that's a country. 4. I got 4 so far. London is a country. 5. Europe, 6. Jamaica, 7. Right? Those are countries. Europe's a country. Australia, well, is that a country or a continent? Well, there's not 150 countries in the world, whatever you say, okay? But then again, geography is not my specialty, it's mathematics. As we proceed to the next topic over here, I told you about my record thus far this week. I gotta look it up, give me a fucking break here. 2-0-1 last night, 4-1-1 since Sunday, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Last week, going 14-6, that's 70%. This week, I'm at 80%. 80% plus 70% is 150%. But I'm no mathematician. Well, it doesn't work out to 150%, but you know what I mean. 80 plus 70 is 150, so I don't want to steer you wrong. But regardless, we're having a really good couple of weeks over here, so let's keep it going. We spoke about the legalities of sports betting in Las Vegas and in Nevada. And the bottom line is this. Vegas isn't going away, like I said. You like food. You like atmosphere. You like the game. You like shows, comedy, music shows. You like women. You like strip joints. You like food. You like drugs. Did I mention women? You like pussy. If you like women, did I mention food and women? Then that's their place. That's where you're going to go. The sun is always shining in Nevada. It's Las Vegas, baby. It's always going to be there regardless. They're going to take a bit of a pinch, but they'll recuperate. Like I said, they're just going to overcharge us for something else. But you know what? I hope I see a difference. I hope it's a wake-up call for the city of Las Vegas. I mean, they have the Las Vegas Golden Knights. They're going to get the football team soon. And from what I hear, within 5 years, apparently, they're going to get an NBA team. Yeah, get the team. Just don't do an all-star game weekend again ever, Vegas, because that was a fucking debacle. That was a fucking black eye for the whole league. But yeah, Vegas is always going to be the place to go, the city to go. I mean, they're ahead of the curve. They have always been the head of the curve. And the house never wins. They made it so accepting that 10 years ago, they made it acceptable for kids to go. Right? As we proceed to the next topic, last night in the association, Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. Now, this is my problem here. This Draymond Green guy, he's an annoyance. You can get under his skin. He's a head case. He set the tone for this series in the game last night. That shove and then that extra shove that he gave to James Harden. Come on, Harden. You got to embellish that a little bit. If I'm Harden, or if Harden was LBJ, LeBron, he would have flew three rows into the fucking stands. Think about it. Embellish it. Sell it. Set the tone for the series. How do you think LeBron got his last fucking ring in 2016? When he got under Draymond's skin, Draymond got suspended for a game, a pivotal game as well. But that's where D'Antoni has to come in and coach these guys. I mean, there's other variables in a basketball game. Bill Belichick would have been on it. Popovich, I'm not too sure. He's getting caught up in the politics and stuff from last year and such. I'm not too crazy about Popovich as of late. I know the Spurs are usually related to the Patriots. But D'Antoni has to see this. You know what? Let's get under Draymond Green's skin. And let's cause a ruckus. Shooting is shooting. Offense, offense. Defense, defense. But there's other variables in a basketball game that need to be attended to. My game plan would be, let's get under Draymond Green's skin. He's a head case. He's a loose cannon. He's going to blow a fucking gasket. Right? We know that. You ain't going to stop Steph Curry from shooting. You can cross your fingers and hope he has an off night. But you ain't going to fucking stop him. You might be able to contain him. But Draymond Green is their weakness. I'm going after him, as far as I'm concerned. LeBron James knows this. And this is why LeBron James is the greatest of all time player, coach, and general manager to ever play the game at basketball. At the end. And don't fucking at me. This is not who's a better player, who's the greatest of all time, Michael or LeBron. This is not what that is. This is a different category altogether. Because Michael Jordan never traded players, never got coaches fired, never coached players. Okay, LeBron James is the most talented and intelligent player that's ever played the game. And I can say that. As we proceed to tonight's game, and this is very important. We got 2 games tonight that are of importance to me. The Cleveland Cavaliers at the Boston Celtics. Celtics still not getting any respect. They're +1 at home. 203 is the total. We're going to talk about the total later tonight. Actually, I'm not going to talk about the total at all right now, because I got to see how that number fluctuates. But listen, this is my thing right here. This is where the playoffs are a different fucking season. It's a different season. The Cavaliers lost game 1, right? Right. Okay. They got blown out, right? Right. Okay, fine. Does that matter right now? No, it doesn't. This is what I'm banking on. This is the question we need to ask ourselves. And what I learned in grade fucking 2 is when we ask the right questions, we're going to get the right answers and right results. My question is this. Do we believe that the Cavaliers are going to get swept? Yes or no? I believe no. The Cavaliers will not get swept. So, what does that tell me? Bet the fucking Cavaliers. Bet them tonight. I will. You do what you want. I really don't give a shit. Because I'm taking the calculated opinion that the Cavaliers will not get swept. And this advantage that we have in the postseason is a huge advantage for us. They're not getting swept. And I'm going with that. Now, if they get swept, okay, I look like a fucking donkey. I lost my fucking bankroll. And so be it. But I'm willing to go down with LeBron James and the fact that he's not getting swept in the Eastern Finals. This is what it is. So even if they lose tonight. But hold on a second. In a sense, the visiting team in a game 1 usually can lose. They can afford that loss. It's kind of expected. So I don't know what the fucking rah, oh my God, they got blown out shit is all about. At the end of the day, it's only 1-0. You think LeBron was fucking showing his cards and they were playing hard in the 4th quarter or midway through the 4th quarter? No. LeBron's too smart. Okay, we lost. I concede, but I'm going to act like LeBron's taking out new plays in that 4th quarter to see how they're going to play. So when he watches the video the next day, he knows how to counter. Again, he's the most intelligent fucking player. Tyronn Lue is just there because he's there. He has to be there. And he only wears 2 suits. This fucking blue one that I always fucking see on TV. But whatever about that. So this is what I'm talking about. If we decide now that the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James will not get swept, then we bet them tonight at -1. What? What's the big deal? And let them lose. That's fine. What are we going to do? You think they're going to lose in game 3? No. Or game 4? No. So we're going to double up and we're going to triple up. And we're going to make a return on our investment. Right? Just kind of like I did with the Vegas Knights. Now, going into the Saturday night's game with the Vegas Knights, I figure as though they're going to win the series. So that's what I'm banking on. That's my calculated opinion. Okay? I have a future on the Vegas Knights that I bet in the past. Does that even make sense? I bet a future that in the past. You know what I mean. Regardless. You know what I mean. So I bet the Vegas Knights on Saturday thinking that they're going to win the series. Okay? And I don't mind if they lose because I'm figuring that they're not going to get swept. So if they lose, that's okay. That's fine. So blindly, I knew to bet them last night again at plus 135. And I bet them more so than the money I lost on Saturday. Hence, look at me with the big words, hence. It's only one syllable, but it's an educated word, I think. Hence, making an ROI, a return on my investment. It's been 72 hours, 2 games into the series, and I've made a return on my investment, and I'm sitting pretty. You don't have to tell me, I know I'm pretty. Good fucking looking. Whatever. That's what she said. That's a different story for a different day. But I made a return on my investment. A little fucking side note to that, though. Before puck drop, I saw a little something and a little something else that convinced me for sure that they were winning last night. I tweeted that out there before the puck drop, and I even bet more. So, this is the theory that we're going with. That wasn't part of the theory. I just saw a little angle there that I capitalized on. But the theory is this. I decided that the Vegas Knights are going to win this series. Fine. They lost 1 game. Fine. Then I decided that they weren't going to get swept. Making a return on my investment. And at the end of the day, that's the most fucking important thing. It's about the dollars and the fucking cents and making fucking money. Like, I can't name you fucking 3 players on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I really can't. There's LeBron James. Okay. Tristan Thompson, I know because he's a local boy, and the fucking Kardashians, whatever. I don't know, there's a guy named Hood, I think. A guy named Green. I don't even know who their starting 5 is, and I fucking could care less. It's a game of mathematics. It's a numbers game, peeps. That's it. It's done. It's simple. You know, I'm not even trying to be funny right now. I'm trying to be fucking serious. It's a numbers game. I don't care who's playing. I don't care against the spread, over the... That's bullshit. That's the fucking ignore the noise type fucking numbers that you want to ignore. It's basic. It's not rocket science. Are the Cleveland Cavaliers going to get swept or not? Okay. So now make sure, if we're going to go with no, which I am, they're not getting swept, I'm going to fucking hit them tonight. I'm going to hit out hard. And if they lose, so be it. All that's going to mean is I'm going to bet them even harder the next game. Now, the only problem with this is this. I mean... them getting swept is an obvious problem. Obvious fucking... But the other problem is, do we have the bankroll to take a loss tonight, and whatever happens from tonight to the next game, to afford to triple up on them in Game 3? Well, this is where I have a bit of a fucking problem. I can't manage my bankroll that well. Can you? This is key. I can't even manage $1 in the dollar store. I couldn't even manage a dollar store. So this is where my problem is. I can definitely menage a trois. I can manage a trois, no problem. I've done it, did it. But that's a different story for a different day. I can't manage my bankroll. I can menage my heart on when I watch a Nicki Minaj video. That's kind of reaching with that one, huh? Or whatever. It was kind of funny. Regardless, back to the fucking topic at hand here. The CAVS and CELTICS, the over-under is 203, but I'm not talking about that right now. Maybe before tip-off. I'm going to see how that number fluctuates. Up, down, yada, yada. We'll see. I'll put out a tweet about that. But the Cavaliers are the play here. Why? Because we asked the right questions. We're going to get the right answers. Are they going to get swept? No. Make sure we have enough bankroll to double up and triple up Game 3. I really don't know who's going to win the series right now, but I don't even care. I'm talking about tonight. The question at hand is, are the Cavaliers going to get swept? My answer is no. That's the play. Do the fucking math. Next game on the board of interest in the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Washington Capitals. Okay, so the Washington Capitals are up 2-0 in this series. And now they're going home. You want a safe play? The safe play? We have to ask ourselves the same question. And this is the information. Information is key. You guys know that. I know that. In the postseason. Up 2-0 going at home in the NHL. This is what the facts are right now, right? Are the Washington Capitals going to win this series? This is what we need to ask ourselves. I say yes. Stranger stuff has happened. Don't get me fucking wrong. But hey, a calculated opinion is this. It's not rocket science that the Capitals will win this series. At minus 135 tonight, the Washington Capitals. With that, counter with another question. Does Tampa Bay get swept? These are the key components to the fucking problem that we have right now. Okay? So, either one is a good play. I'm almost convinced. I'm trying to talk myself into taking Tampa Bay tonight. Getting a win, making a return right now, and then hopping back on the Washington Capitals boat. And betting them, pounding them for Game 3 and Game 4, and so on and so forth. The safe play right now tonight, though, is the Washington Capitals at minus 135. And let them lose. Do they lose this series? If we're saying no, then you bang the Washington Capitals. You bet them. And if they lose tonight, so be it. You bet them again heavier. And make a return on your investment. Hey! Class dismissed. There you go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what it's all about. I'm not a rah-rah guy, a fan of any fucking team. It's about putting money in my pocket, doing what I love, and making money doing it. The end. Picking winners. This is what we does. So the Washington Capitals is the safe play. Cleveland Cavaliers is the absolute play tonight. As it will be moving forward into the series as they lose. If they lose tonight, well, we're going to have to reevaluate. Game day, preparation. Like, for example, the Vegas Knights series right now. We're going to reevaluate that come game day. We're going to see where we're at. We're going to ask the right questions. Who's going to win this series? Right? And so on and so forth. The Cavaliers are the absolute play. As far as the hockey game goes, I feel like gambling a little bit and taking Tampa Bay tonight. Because, hey, look, their season's on the line. They're down 2-0. They go down 3-0. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. We know what's going to happen. We know what's going to transpire. I mean, we should lose a fucking boatload of money. But, hey, you know what? I'll go down like that, proudly. Right? Because this was my calculated opinion. So the Cavs are the absolute play. As far as tonight goes, I might gamble a little bit and take the Tampa Bay Lightning. However, I got to see if I get any more intel, any more information, a feel for the game. However, the safe play would be the Washington Capitals at minus 135. And let them lose. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? Put $13.50 on the Washington Capitals to lose. To win. And if they lose, next game, dig into your fucking wallet and put whatever it is times fucking 3. Why? Because we're convinced, we're betting on the fact that they're going to win the series. That's it. That's my information. I'm sure this show made you fucking smarter. Probably fucking not. I gave you a geography lessons on how many countries there are in the world. I told you about all the women's and pussies that there are in Vegas and that you should visit. Right? I gave you some tips. I talked about myself. And you got to see me live, which I really don't do. I charge per minute for that. Right? I'm on a webcam site. There's some pornography involved. But I'm going to go and crunch some more numbers, Taylor Stevens, and I'll smell you later. Have a good night. I'll be on Twitter in a bit. How do you turn this fucking thing off? God fucking damn it. Look, I can't turn it